Hi, Maureen here for Do Till Church with another ukulele lesson for you this morning. Today we're going to go through a pattern of 3 chords. Typically in my previous videos we've just gone back and forth trying to master the skills of one chord to another. Today we're going to take that up a step and we're going to add a 3rd chord. 2 of these chords should be familiar to you. If you participated in the first lesson featuring chords, which was G to C, then 2/3 of this will be a piece of cake for you. We're going to start with our G chord. We're going to head to a 2nd chord, which is new, the E minor 7, and then we are going to head to our C. So the chord pattern will be G, E minor 7, C, and then we'll head back to G and we'll do it all over again. You're going to like this chord sequence because for your fingers, it makes sense. So it's just kind of picking things up, maybe putting it back down, maybe moving one string, but I think this one should be a good success for you. My Kingdom Ukuleles, you will find this one particularly helpful as this is a chord pattern we have been using in our song. So if you're struggling at home, this video will be a big help for you. We're going to start by reviewing our G chord, and I think by now you probably know how to find it. We've got our pointer finger on our C string. We have our middle finger on our A string. Both fingers are in the 2nd fret. Your ring finger is going to be on the E string, and it is in the 3rd fret. The next chord, our new chord, is the E minor 7. So let me show you what that looks like. The E minor 7 is very similar to your D7 chord, where we only have 2 fingers on 2 strings in the same fret. And you actually see that these fingers are on the opposite strings that we use for our D7 chord. The really cool part about getting to this from your G chord, like we do in a few of our songs, you're already there. You just need to pick up one finger. So if you can find your G chord, to get to your E minor 7, all you need to do is pick up your ring finger. Ta-da! That is your E minor 7. Much like your D7 chord, it has an odd sound to it. The typical triads, like our G chord, have 3 pitches. Because this is a 7 chord, it has a 4th pitch that is added to it. So this one sounds a little bit different. Plus, the chord structure of this particular chord is also different. So it can be a little bit hard to distinguish between your G and your E minor 7. But I promise, if you are picking that finger up, you are changing one note in your chord and you are doing it correctly. So we have our G chord. We have our E minor 7. And if you remember, we picked up one finger. We're going to need him again. Our next chord is our C chord. All we need to do, we're going to swap. The 2 that we had down are going to come up. The one that we weren't using goes back down, but he's going to scoot over one string. So we were here for our E minor 7. We're going to put this guy down here. We're going to pick these 2 up. So I would give you a great piece of advice. What you want to do is just move your fingers without strumming through this particular pattern. Here's your G. We're going to pick up our ring finger. Here's our E minor 7. Now I'm going to put my ring finger down. I'm going to pick up these 2 to head back. These come back down, but make sure you move this ring finger back over. If you just go through the pattern a few times on your own without strumming, that gives this hand a chance to really learn the motions that it needs to learn in order to play this particular sequence. So let's try it together. We're going to do our G to our E minor 7 to our C chord, and then we'll circle back through. We'll do it a few times. We're going to strum each chord 4 times. Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go. We got G, 2, 3, 4, E minor 7, 2, back to G. G, 2, 3, 4, E minor 7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor 7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3. We're going to end with a G chord. Well, I hope that you like your new chord, the E minor 7, and I hope you like the challenge of now going between 3 chords. Kingdom Ukuleles, I hope that you find this one particularly useful because I know that you need it for the song we have been working on. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.